Start with Jed Bourke, 19 disposals, 11 marks.
Jed was good again. He's had a couple of months now where he's putting some solid footy together. He got involved in the offence with 19 possessions, which is good, and just going through his stuff. It's just still how he can impact a little bit more defensively. His guys not getting much of the ball, some of the opponents he's playing on. So just the 1.5 stuff and supporting the air is the big one for him, and continuing to build in that space, which is great.
Rory Lobb, 11 disposals, 5 marks, 4 tackles and 15 hit-outs.
Lobby was really important for us going to the ruck. They obviously had Ned Reeves, who's played a fair bit of AFL and is a monster of a man, really. So Lobby to go in there and quell his influence a little bit. He had a couple of opportunities up forward to kick goals, but sort of let them squander a little bit. But I thought his presence around the ball was pleasing when he went in there.
Riley Sanders, 28 disposals, 8 marks, 9 tackles, 7 clearances.
Riley was good, had a lot of the ball. Clearances, he had some midfield, obviously a fair bit of midfield time in there. As I said before, they had a dominance in the ruck, so for our mids to be able to get on top, it was only in the last quarter where they started to get on top of the clearances. I think there were 41 stoppages in the last quarter, so the mids had their work cut out for them, but Riley was good and continuing to work on a few things for him, and it's pleasing with his attitude coming back and having an impact at that level.
Jordan Croft, 7 disposals, 2 marks and a goal.
Yeah, Crofty's been just been building. He's obviously had a limited pre-season and putting games together now. He's playing forward, which probably the plan was originally probably to play back. So he's playing as a key forward at the moment, which is good for him to learn, and just continuing to work on timing and aerial presence and things like that. He's still got a little bit of development in terms of physical to go, but he's loving it and his attitude's great, and he's just showing up all the time, which is all you can ask of a young kid.
Calebpter, 14 disposals and 2 clearances.
Caleb, played the 3 quarters as the emergency for the AFL game. Had a little bit of an impact on the wing, which was pleasing, and he just needs some more continuity in his footy. I think some more full games putting together will benefit him, and just impacting in that wing position, which he can be. He can have a real presence there, I reckon, at both levels, and hopefully starts to put that together now.
Pendo, 11 disposals, 5 marks, 2 goals.
Dom was good. He's playing that sort of second or third key forward position, I suppose, at the moment. To hit the scoreboard a couple of times was great. I think his last goal was, he said he was centering it, so it was amazing that it actually went through. But he was good. When he's on with the defensive stuff and flying into contest, he's really lively. So it's just about consistency for him and staying in the game for longer periods of time as that forward. But he's showing some pleasing signs.
Joel Fraser, 26 disposals, 11 marks and 1 tackle.
Joel's best game for the footy club, really. I've been working really closely with him for the last 5 to 6 weeks just on his contest stuff. That's why we've moved him down back to have presence in the air and on the ground, and I think it's really pleasing for him. Obviously that's why he's got his opportunity at the next level. It's a reward for effort for him, and I think the balance between defence and offence was awesome on the weekend. So it's really pleasing to see his growth in that area.
Anthony Scott, 9 disposals, 3 marks and a goal.
Yeah, Scotty was good. He kicked the last goal of the game, which was nice. Probably wasn't a great day for the wingers out there. Some days they can see a lot more of it, but he always is compliant in his role. He runs the patterns really well. It's just, hopefully he can get a little bit more continuity. He's sort of had a week on and a week off with injury and various things that have hampered his preparation going into games, I suppose. So hopefully he can get some continuity in his footy now and start to own that wing role and get a little bit more reward for effort, I suppose.
Lachie McNeel, 14 disposals, 4 marks, 2 tackles.
Lachie was good. I think presence up forward defensively was good. He didn't hit the scoreboard this week, but it was a big focus for those small forwards to go after that pressure. I think it's massive at both levels, really. If you can bring the pressure, starts to choke the opposition a little bit, and then we get the looks we want. So he was important for that, and the scoreboard stuff will come for those small forwards.
Artie Jones, 9 disposals, 5 tackles.
Artie was similar to Lachie in that facet. I think most tackles for the year in a game, which was great. He had 4 shots at goal, kicked 4 points, which was disappointing for him. But I think the fact that he's getting in those positions is great. It's just a little details in his game that he needs to clean up, and he's working on those things. But getting exposed to those positions is really pleasing for him.
Caleb Daniel, 28 disposals, 8 marks, 4 tackles, 4 clearances.
Caleb was great. Coming up as that extra mid to play in there was awesome. His composure with the ball and leadership out there is a clear sign of the amount of footy and the amount of experience he's got, so he really helps the younger guys around him, and then to have an impact coming up and a few clearances and a fair bit of the ball in his hand, it's great, and he's a great user of it and decision maker, so it's really important when he gets a lot of the ball.
Luke Cleary, 29 disposals, 5 marks, 2 tackles.
Luke, yeah, he's been building towards a game like this, and it was great to see him get on the end of a fair bit of footy. Again, similar to Joel, I've been working really closely with Luke just about the aerial contest stuff and the ground contest stuff, and he's continuing to put it together, and it's becoming more and more consistent, which is great. So, yeah, he'll just continue to build towards a more consolidated game, and balance that defence and offence. He had a job on wingard as well, which was really pleasing to see how he went about that. It was, wingard's been a very good AFL player for 10, 11 years now, so it was a really good opportunity for Clears to show what he could do.
Luy Smith, 6 disposals, 2 marks, 13 hitouts.
Lockie was good, big Foss. He's playing some good footy. I think he's undersized with most ruckmen he comes up against, and inexperienced as well. So again, to go against Ned Reeves, it's a really good test for Lockie, and he's just continuing to improve each week and figuring out how he can start to get on top of opponents and just become that sort of big bash crash type ruckman. He's putting things together, which is nice to see.
Alex Keith, 19 disposals, 11 marks.
Yeah, Chief's been really good down there. He leads the boys amazingly with his experience, and I think he leads the way in that contest stuff as well. He's big on taking body when he takes the ball and things like that. So the younger guys can really learn a lot from him, and then he's getting involved in the offense as well. Putting themselves in positions to be able to help get the ball out. I think it's a massive thing. At any level of footy, really, the backs need to want the ball in their hands and be able to get it out, and Chief's certainly been really good at that. So, it's pleasing to see him get an opportunity as well. He's put together a good couple of months of footy.
Ryan Gardner, 13 disposals, 7 marks.
Gardy was good. It was good to have him play a full game down back again, and he's just finding his feet again a little bit. He hasn't played there for a little while. Obviously, the layoff with his foot, and then he was thrown forward into the ruck a little bit, but he's great, Gardy. All the boys talk about his voice and the leadership down there. Obviously, the experience he brings. So it was pleasing. He had some really good one-on-one wins and different opportunities there, and he'll just continue to build as the weeks go on.